Hello and welcome back to some Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Quantum Leap. I'm Sin Plays That, and last time we left off we were here at this event, and so we'll continue. I was explaining the benefits and perhaps drawbacks of expelling certain people from certain countries. We're going to leave that there. Being such an industrialist ruler, you have not gone unnoticed by the population of Oxford. By paying the county elders a personal visit, they would surely be inspired and the peasants would feel particularly appreciated. A small donation would also go a long way, of course. Well, it's not a lot of gold and it's quite a bit of... Yeah, we'll do that. Prosperity of Oxford increases too, so that's always nice. Hospitals. I mean, you wonder how helpful these are, really, but... And if my guy is really the kind of person who would spend the time building great public works like hospitals, you'd hope so. Okay. Let's give the hospital a try, at least in Warwick. So, yes, Scotland. So I'm reasonably confident that we're going to take Cumberland from Scotland. And I do wonder if it's part of my de jure territory, but I don't care. He can go be whatever he wants. In fact, I might just appoint him as the heir to one of my... he's called Arnold, right? Not Arnold Rimmer, thankfully, because that would be a bit... Well, yeah. Arnold. I do like being able to pick people. Education focus, or childhood focus. Well... so if she's going to be an intrigue type person, then she probably needs playful and indolent. I feel like playful is more helpful than indolent. Intrigue +1, martial +1, pride. We'll do pride. We'll see how that works out. King Harold the Just. Boy, did history get changed here. To the great Duke Edwin, peace be with you. Please no. I'm not that into political games just yet. Not that kind of political game anyway. I feel like my guy wants to groom his heir first before he does any weird political gaming. How much is Schema? Well, that doesn't fill me with 100% confidence. Oh, Dara. I guess that's what Yorkshire used to be called. I'm not sure. Maybe Northumbria. Oh no. No, it's Yorkshire. I wonder if maybe someone who knows better than me will be able to tell me if that's actually the historical name for it. But Paradox are usually pretty on top of that sort of thing, so I do trust them. You know, in so much as I can trust any game studio to be historically accurate. Right, so hospitals coming along. I do wonder about the hospitals and their mechanic. Hostile towards Chief Bostulf of Vasterbotten. Well, I mean, he died, which is rather hilarious. He had scurvy, which very aptly is symbolized by an orange or a lemon. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but yeah, it's a pretty good symbol for it. Oh, that went well. Or that went well. No, I'm forcing it. That's a very odd message from my friend there. King Duncan II. So I'm going to assume this is Malcolm of Macbeth fame. What does she think it's of? Well, yeah. Okay, hospital. What can we do at a hospital? Well, sick house, leper colony. Wow, these are all pretty interesting. Observatory. Wow. Well-equipped hospitals. No. These are much better equipped hospitals than the ones we have now. You can't imagine an NHS hospital having an observatory these days. Oh dear. No, but seriously, it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, I hear Jeremy Hunt say it's fine. So you know, it is what it is. You should stop whinging. Stop being such a lovey or whatever the new euphemism is for people to put down people who care about healthcare. Probably shouldn't have gone off on that mini rant, but well, here we are. Um, okay, so is there anything interesting that we can build? Anything helpful? Apart from the barracks, I really want to keep increasing the size of the keep. That's really my goal here. Um, that's really the primary way by which we increase the size of our army. Well, I do wonder how many he can get. 10.8. I can get 5.52. I feel like if uh she's pregnant. Okay, could be a boy. Should be a boy. Let's hope it's a boy. Because otherwise, we're gonna have. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna leap away, as the quantum particles tend to. I'm gonna leap away to elsewhere, preferably in Western Europe. I mean, somewhere nice. Probably nicer weather than, well, what is essentially Birmingham. Just significantly nicer weather. Like, south of France. Well, that could be a bit awkward, but it'd be fun. Bossonade. I'm going to assume there's a guy called Bosson. It's not really a fantastic name. I'm just going to jump around and look around at people at random. That's really what I'm doing here. I'm not really doing anything particularly interesting. If I see something interesting, I'll call it out and talk to you about it. But I'm not really seeing much of interest. Oh, well, fuck. That's fun. I'm sure I'm going to fall foul of that pretty soon. Bishop Edward had made me promise I would bury him properly, and I keep my promises. I walked beside his coffin to Bishop Edward's last rest, and the wailing of the mourners was almost more than I could bear. He died too young. I can't even. Requisat in pace. I don't know. I think it's rest in peace, but in Latin. Uh, one less mouth to feed, which would be pretty brutal. I'll be sincere. We should be sincere. If a friend's died, you should be sincere. Harold. Or we can just put Ossulf there and then just not have that horrible, horrible penalty. He's a drunkard. I doubt he'll live long. Then we can have Arnold. Notably not Rimmer. Religion. He has a lot of secular power. I don't know why. Possibly because he doesn't like the Pope too much. Sin probably doesn't help. Not gonna lie, it's probably not ideal. So he's the most likely to be the next of Abingdon. Oh, you feel for him being in Abingdon. Abingdon. Yeah, we'll do feast. Oh, well, yeah. Let's do feast. Bergflade. I can't even deal with some of these names. Sometimes they're just. I've been an idiot basically being Anglo-Saxon. All right, she's gonna get the Duchy of Weiss. That's fine. Pay for some medication. Yeah. Well, we got money. Young Edmund has finished his education. Well, he didn't really do very well then, did he? Why are these people becoming priests? That's what I want to know. Playful. Right, well, that's helpful. Pope Alexander, Pope Joannes. John, basically. Pope John the 19th. I do hope I've got that right, otherwise I'm going to look a bit silly for getting that wrong. Well, the Pope doesn't really matter to us too much. Prince Bishopric of Nice. I do wonder. I mean, he's going to get gavel-kinded, which is fine. I'm not going to play one of my daughters. I mean, unless I randomly get my daughter who's the Duchess of Weiss, in which case that would be rather odd. Council support. No, I'm going to try and locate an appropriate match for her. Oh no. Anti-papal war. Why are you doing an anti-papal war? That's literally the worst kind of war. I mean, unless you're Muslim and you're getting crusaded. And we're not doing any remove kebab business yet. So I've never had it. I don't really play Catholic, so I don't know what the anti-papal war is. I assume it's a war to remove the anti-pope that he holds, but I don't really see how he's going to win this war. Doesn't seem especially likely to me. And well, I mean, he's done the smart thing. He landed right in Zeeland, which is really where you want to land, because you take Zeeland and they try and jump over the straits, you're going to fuck them. Fabricate claim on the Duchy of Northumbria. That's my brother's land, so I'm going to go ahead and tell him to go fuck himself. In fact, yes, you're part of his duchy, so why don't I... Can I not declare war on him? No. Maybe we could swap. He could have Westmoreland, I can have Cumberland. That would be a fair trade in my mind. Though how willing he is to go along with that trade would be, which is Soria. Soria? I guess it's Soria. Suria, more like. Which does sound suspiciously like Syria in Turkish. Maybe I'm just not good at that. Great, improving my relationship with the king. That seems important. Though he has had cancer for a while, and so you do wonder how long he has left. But he's doing fine so far. So I have no reason to believe that he's, going anywhere. Successful treatment. I don't even want to know what the treatment was. Independence. I don't quite understand why he's Scottish. That would be a bit of a thing, wouldn't it? Does seem to be their trend these days. Right. Seems as if I have succeeded. Oh, well, he's using me in Cumberland to improve the guy's relationship, which is, I mean, it's a wise decision. I don't think he'll be able to get the opinion to the level where he's not pushing for independence. Perhaps that's not really his point. Or perhaps it is. Maybe I'm just sufficiently good at diplomacy. In fact, it would appear that I am sufficiently good at diplomacy that I would have repeated success. Gold will know I support the church. Yeah, well, it's just basically a straight exchange of gold for piety, which is not necessarily the best thing to be doing with your money. Yes, we're going to do training ground. And I am going to place my... Are you in work? You're in work. Who's not in... No, don't proselytize, there's no need. Appoint commander. I don't want to be a commander, especially not against the Holy Roman Empire, despite it notably being not holy, not Roman, and not an empire. In fact, you just lost. So I'm gonna play Switzerland on this one and just chill out, make some money, build some forts, lord stuff. It's not really much murdering to be done right now, which is a shame because CK2 is an excellent game for murder. Well, I say that. Oh, but he's got a lot of kids now, so I feel like that ship has sailed. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there's a yawn there. Dogger Bank, always fun. So how's our liege doing? Well, the numerical answer would appear to be fucking awful, but oh well, yeah. Glad I caught that. That's pretty much the end of that. Also seems to be some kind of horrible measles. Yeah, measles will get you. So I need to build the sick house, which does cost 351 gold. I do want to explore the reactions you can have to epidemics. I mean, I'm not gonna try to, eat anyone like in other games. So there was a guy who's, if I remember, I'll be sure to link it at some point. Who did a immortal cannibal, which, as you might imagine, is not going to happen in this purely because we don't have supernatural events. I assume it's a supernatural event to become immortal, because I don't exactly recall in history someone being immortal, because that would be rather notable, I think, and I would have read about it, in a book. You'd think, but, well, invite to plot. What plot? No, I've already told you to fuck up. I don't understand this AI behavior. I guess they must have a cooldown period, and then they decide, oh, I guess I'll ask this person who said no again, because he statistically is likely to say yes. I wouldn't want to weaken my own family, even though he's from a bit of a twat, line of it because I want this. Because if I had this and then I took Cumberland, I could probably just seize the throne by force. Like, there's every possibility that I could probably seize it by force if he loses this war. Council support. See, this is exactly the same thing. I'm pretty sure I've told this person to fuck off. Oh, slothfulness. I mean, who doesn't want to be a bit of a sloth? What is done is done. Right, thanks, King. I'm glad that he's probably just becoming like, he's probably just realised, like, oh my god, I am dying of what appears to be cancer, so I must therefore be doing things. Dude, you don't have to do things. Just chill out. This anti-papal war, I mean, I assume it does make contextual sense, because if you're going to die and you believe in a god, I suppose you would want to make things right within the church. But I wouldn't have necessarily gone to war with this. You can't see me pointing to it, but I'm pointing to it and it's covering most of my screen. So I wouldn't have necessarily gone to war with that, especially when you're this. See, this against this typically doesn't end well historically, although actually it did end quite well in a couple of instances, although there was some external assistance in those cases. Henceforth owe you a favour. I don't want the favour, and I don't want to help you. I feel like I need to say this far too often in this game. I don't want to be involved. I rather specifically would like to become King of England, but I don't think, unless I break my non-aggression pact, that I'm going to be able to do it. During a visit to Nottingham, Edric of Shropshire and his entourage. Okay, so this is the brigand situation again. And I am going to say that, yeah, the mayor should probably have covered his ass on that one. Blessings upon you and your house. Well, he's my brother, and so, yes, I'll vote with him, because he's my brother. See, that's sort of role-playing there. War Declaration Sovereignty Law. So what does that mean we do? Ah, bollocks. We gave him the power to declare war unilaterally, probably. Actually, yeah, I should probably... What am I in the Liege Council? I suppose I'm a pragmatist. I suppose I'm a pragmatist in my way. It's a path of least resistance, really, which is probably the best way to go. And it's on that note we're going to stop here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. And next time, incidentally.